Sean Diddy Combs. Narcissist, Part 1. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. The Tudorscope needs to be brought forth to examine one individual who goes by the name of Sean Love Combs. He was born Sean John Combs on the 4th of November, 1969. He's also known by his stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or Diddy. Many of you will know that he's an American rapper, singer, record producer, record executive, and actor. He has faced some very serious allegations as of late, which merits sticking him under the Tudos Scope. We'll be coming to those allegations in due course. He was born in Harlem, in New York City, as mentioned on November the 4th, 1969. He was raised in Mount Vernon, New York. His mother, Janice Combs, nee Smalls, was a model and a teacher's assistant, and his father, Melvin Earl Combs, served in the U.S. Air Force and was an associate of convicted New York drug dealer Frank Lucas. At the age of 33, Melvin was shot dead while sitting in his car on Central Park West, when Sean was just 2 years old. Now, those of you who are familiar with the Tudorscope know that what we do is we examine a range of evidence from lots of different sources over a sustained period of time to look for narcissistic indicators that get over a particular threshold to determine whether the person is a narcissist. If they're not, we consider, are they narcissistic instead? Or are they a normal? Or are they an empath? Many people have gone under the Tudorscope, ranging from Sinead O'Connor, Hilaria Baldwin, Alec Baldwin, Angelina Jolie, Vladimir Putin, Boris Johnson, Donald Trump, Derek Jackson, Shane Dawson, Taylor Swift, of course this one's wife, and many others. If you're interested in observing how the determination went for the likes of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, etc., all you need do is look amongst the various playlists on this channel and you'll be able to find out more about those people. But we're going to focus on Sean Diddy Combs to find out, is he a narcissist, or perhaps he's something else altogether? The fact that he lost his father when he was just 2 years old presents us with the possibility of a lack of control environment. If you watch my video, What Makes a Narcissist, you'll be provided with a detailed breakdown of what is required to make a narcissist. But in essence, it is a genetic predisposition towards narcissism, which invariably comes from a parent, but it can come further back in the family lineage, and a lack of control environment. Already, we have a lack of control environment, and it's twofold. One, the loss of his father in violent circumstances, although he will have been too young to actually remember that. Secondly, the fact that his father was taken out of his life at a young age, when he would have been vulnerable and reliant upon a male role model. It's not guaranteed, of course, to create a lack of control environment, but it does raise the possibility of one. Combs graduated from Mount St. Michael Academy in 1987. He played football for the academy, and his team won a division title in 1986. Combs said he was given the nickname Puff as a child because he would huff and puff when he was angry. All children, of course, get angry, but for him to receive a nickname based upon his anger, possibly rage, might point to the presence at an early age of heated, ignited fury. Combs was a business major at Howard University, but left after his sophomore year. In 2014, he returned to Howard University to receive an honorary doctorate in humanities and to deliver the university's 146th commencement address. Combs became an intern at New York's Uptown Records in 1990. While working as a talent director at Uptown, he helped develop Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. In his college days, Combs had a reputation for throwing parties, some of which attracted up to 1,000 participants. In 1991, Combs promoted an AIDS fundraiser with Heavy D, held at the City College of New York Gymnasium, following a charity basketball game. Might it be the case that this shows some emotional empathy as a consequence of holding a fundraiser? The event was oversold and a stampede occurred in which 9 people died. In 1993, after being fired from Uptown, Combs established his new label, Bad Boy Entertainment, as a joint venture with Arista Records, taking then newcomer Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., with him. Both Wallace and Craig Mack quickly released hit singles, followed by successful LPs, particularly Wallace's Ready to Die. Combs signed more acts to Bad Boy, including Carl Thomas, Faith Evans, 112, Total, and Father MC. The Hitmen, his in-house production team, worked with Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Usher, Lil' Kim, TLC, Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, SWV, Aretha Franklin, and others. Maze and the Lox joined Bad Boy just as a widely publicised rivalry with the West Coast Death Row Records was beginning. Combs and Wallace were criticised and parodied by Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight in songs and interviews during the mid-1990s. During 1994 to 1995, Combs produced several songs for TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool, which finished the decade as number 25 on Billboard's list of top pop albums of the decade. He's showing an industrious approach to the creation of music that might demonstrate some form of accountability in that he gets on and creates and that he's industrious. Of course, he's in the entertainment industry, which, as you know from my other works, is very much a honeypot for narcissists because of the advantages it conveys with regard to the assertion of control, the drawing of fuel, character traits, and residual benefits. In 1997, under the name Puff Daddy, Combs recorded his first commercial vocal work as a rapper. His debut single, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, spent 28 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, peaking at number 1. His debut album, No Way Out, was released on the 22nd of July, 1997. The album produced 5 singles. I'll Be Missing You, as a tribute to the Notorious B.I.G., was the first rap song to debut at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It remained at the top of the chart for 11 consecutive weeks and topped several other charts worldwide. The album earned Combs 5 nominations at the 40th Grammy Awards in 1998 and would go on to win the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. On September the 7th, 2000, the album was certified septuple platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America for sales of over 7 million copies. Accordingly, a successful career so far, demonstrating a capacity for the creation of work, and that he has a good work ethic. Indeed, Fortune magazine listed Combs at number 12 on their top 40 of entrepreneurs under 40 in 2002. Forbes magazine estimated that for the year ending May 2017, Combs earned $130 million, ranking him number 1 among entertainers. In 2022, his estimated net worth was $1 billion US. In terms of his family, he's the father of 7 children. His first biological child, a son, was born in 1993 to fashion designer and stylist Misa Hilton. Combs had an on-again, off-again relationship with Kimberly Porter, which lasted from 1994 to 2007. Perhaps the nature of an on-again, off-again relationship is representative of the tempestuous nature of an intimate relationship with a narcissist. Is it her or is it him? He raised and adopted Quincy, who was born in 1991, who was Porter's son from a previous relationship with singer, producer and Combs' rival, I'll Be Sure. Is this an act of emotional empathy to take on a child that is not yours? Or perhaps was it being done because he wanted to cock a snook at his rival and therefore was done for more nefarious reasons? He then had a son born in 1998 and twin daughters born in 2006. Porter died of pneumonia on November the 15th, 2018. 5 months before the birth of his twins, Combs had a daughter with Sarah Chapman. He eventually took legal responsibility for her in October 2007. Thus, so far, we have an individual that operates in an industry which attracts lots of narcissists, whose childhood has the difficulty of the loss of his father, but doesn't appear to have reported any other particular difficulties. That he has a number of children. Are those children born out of emotional empathy, or are they simply little mirrors of him? What's his relationship like with them? And also, it's apparent that he's had a number of previous intimate relationships. Numerous intimate relationships can be an indicator of a narcissist as a consequence of the chopping and changing that goes on. Of course, many people who are middle-aged will have had a number of sexual intimate relationships. But it's also the nature of those relationships that we need to examine to determine, are we dealing with the narcissist or something else? And in part 2, we're going to have a run-through of Sean Diddy Combs' relationship history and past girlfriends to see what that sheds on the Tudorscope with regard to determining what he is. Join me there.